Alright, so today I'm working on this John Deere L110, and I'm kind of revamping it. So I've got a bunch of parts right here, tire stuff, fuel filter stuff, oil, all kinds of stuff. But today I'm going to be changing the oil and the oil filter. So here I have, this is Super Tech SAE 10W30 lawnmower oil. If you don't know what kind of oil your lawnmower takes, just put in SAE 30. That's a good number to put in, but unless you find out otherwise. So 10W30 is pretty standard. This takes a little under 2 quarts. So these are 20 ounce bottles. So I just bought 3 of them. And I also have this oil filter. This is genuine John Deere parts. So OEM. A few tools you're going to need. Oil filter wrench. So what this is for is you've got your oil filter right here, and it's basically a big pair of vice grips. Got these from Harbor Freight. They're $5-10 or something. So you can replace that oil filter. And also have some wipes here. Clean the oil off your hands. Very important. Drain pan. This is just a chiller drain pan from Walmart. It's a little Walmart special. Got a towel to clean up the mess. If there is a mess, you'll probably will spill oil. So now on this particular one, there'll normally be a drain plug on the side. Sometimes it's a square. You can just pop it out, and it should apply to any lawnmower. But on this one, there's this little cap, and you turn it to the side here, just like that. I'm gonna pull this out, and the oil will come out. I've got oil on my hands here. And your oil will come out of that, and just let it all drain. You're also going to want to open up the dipstick on your lawnmower to allow for better flow. So you just loosen it up and just wait a while for it to drain. And when your oil is black, and especially when you can't see through it, that means it needs to be changed. This lawnmower was sitting outside for about 2 years, and it hadn't been used, so I'm just kind of going through it and doing maintenance, things that were lacked in previous years. Alright, so now I'm going to do the filter. Now I'm going to disconnect my parking brake here, so I can get to the filter, and adjust this so I can get it around the filter. You can also get these where it's a big metal band and it just clamps around there, but I actually like these a little better. Just sometimes you have to adjust it a little tighter until you can get it to fit right. If it slips, you can just readjust it. Here we go. You might get a bit of a mess here, but you want to have a drain pan or something to catch all the oil. Now I'm going to put a rag underneath here too, because there's a bit of oil in there. Now, I just realized this, but there's actually a plug there. So, when you replace it, you want to pull that plug, because that'll drain all the oil out of your oil filter. So make sure you do that so you don't make a mess like I just did, because that will get all the oil out of there. And I'm actually going to pull that plug because it's like the oil's. Okay. So you'll notice that there's oil staying in here. So I'm just going to pull this plug out here, and it should catch in the pan that I have underneath here. Take adjustable wrench. Alright, so now I'm going to pull this plug out, and you can see the oil is going to go all over this. Alright, so now I'm going to reinsert this plug here, because I got all the oil out of it. Now you should probably pull this plug out before you take the oil filter off, because that's going to allow all the oil to drain out of the oil filter here. Now when you replace your oil, or change your oil, you're going to want to do that about every summer. If you have a bigger yard, maybe twice a summer or so. Maybe less, it just depends. And I'm just going to tighten that plug back down. Alright, so we're almost done. We're about done with the oil. You can tell when you're done because it'll start dripping. Once it starts dripping, you can put your plug back on. And it's that little plug. That. Push it all the way to the edge and then turn it in. You can see there's a little notch there that little pin fits in. That's about it for that. Okay, and now I'm going to open up our new oil filter. Now, like I said, you should change your oil filter when you change your oil. You shouldn't really do one or the other. You should do them both at the same time. So now I'm going to lube up this seal here in these threads. So I'm just going to dip my finger in this oil that I drained. I'm going to put a little bit in the threads here and a little bit on the seal here. Just get a little bit on the finger there. Just oil some of those threads up and then just wipe your finger off when you're done. Okay, and then I'm going to reinsert this back in. Make sure you do get the oil filter too. This is an original one. It's genuine John Deere. You're going to go as tight as you can with your hand. And then you're going to take your oil filter wrench. And
where can you get these parts?
What? Oh.
Where can you get these parts?
You can get these. I got this oil filter from Home Depot, and the oil from Walmart. So I'm just going to go a little bit more, not too tight. Use common sense. It doesn't need to be over tight. Not tight enough. Okay, and now we're going to go over and we're going to put more oil. Put your oil back in there. Okay? So, you're just going to go in where the dipstick is, and I'm going to set this stick aside for a minute here. And get a funnel. Cameraman should have had this ready for me.
Should have.
Okay, so I'm putting my funnel in here. Open up this. This is just lawnmower oil, 10W30. You can use whatever oil. You don't need any fancy stuff. You can get 99-cent Dollar General, whatever you want to get. Pop a little hole in there. That's what the dipstick's for.
Start thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
I know. Don't use a knife or anything. Use it. Put this oil back in here. I put all the plugs and everything back in, right?
Notice how clear that is.
Right. It's clear oil. And this one takes a little under a quart of oil. I would buy 2 quarts. Sorry, this lawnmower takes a little under 2 quarts. So I would buy 2 quarts and just use that. And then, so I'm just going to put 2 of these in here and then see what my oil level's at. These are not full quart bottles, just by the way. Like I said, you don't have to use any fancy oil, it's just a lawnmower.
You slopped a little there.
Oh, sorry, please forgive me. Tell me all you want about it in the comments. If you have a question, you can comment and ask me. I'm going to set this over here on the rag. Okay? And I'm going to put the dipstick in. You want to give it a minute or two to set in there and let all the oil come to the bottom. So it sat for a few minutes. Now you want to check your oil level. Now what you got to remember when you check your oil level is, I just drained out, you saw it a second ago, where the oil was in the oil filter. So there's no oil in there, but when you run your engine, it's going to pull oil into the oil filter, and it's actually going to drop your total oil level down a little bit. So it's going to be down up a little bit for when it's actually going to be. So run it for a minute or two, and then check your oil level. That looks like it's about to there, which is...
Yeah, that's really good actually. You're pretty close.
So that is a pretty good oil level in there. So, should be good. So, I'm going to start this up in a minute, and then we're going to see what the oil level is when we're done with that.